My name's Debra Moon, Georgia Perimeter College. I'm an associate professor and I teach the environment of business. I've been thinking back, what teachers I loved, and the qualities that they possessed were that they cared and that they were passionate. And I've thought about what my students have said about my classroom over the years, and I think my students can tell that I care because I keep my class fresh. For example, I use a lot of YouTube videos because instead of studying a negligence case that's in the book from the 1800s, I bring in a case of a pet store, a large pet store chain, that had a groomer that cut off a dog's ear and then reattached it with super glue. And then we decide what kind of product liability is involved with this, what kind of liability is there negligence? So how do we really know we're great teachers? So one of the ways I care is by evaluating how my students do, looking at their learning outcomes and saying, I'm going to do better in this area because we need to bring these learning outcomes up. And another way I show I care, I think, and show my passion is it's not just about the content, it's about the student. I'm a great advisor for my students, I think, for their careers. I spend a lot of time updating career information. I have little career fairs even in my class. I let them know, you may not want to go into that field, it's a dying field. This field has a lot brighter prospects for you in the future. I set my students up with internships. It's a kind of a time-worn saying, but the old saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I really believe in that. When I went into an online environment, the first thing I had to do is I had to let them know who I was, and then I'm excited about my subject of business law. So I created a video introduction through people like you who do videos. It made a difference by putting up an introduction and talking about why law is so important in their life. And they also got to see me. And then for each one of the chapters, instead of them reading some dusty text on a computer page, I actually did lectures. And those lectures have embedded videos, they have embedded stories cut from the news pages, constantly updating that. So my online students get the same exact experience as my face-to-face students. That takes a lot of work, but that's what they deserve online.